Step into a new realm. Welcome to Realms of Healing with your host, Akashic Intuitive, Gabriel llhewellyn-ari.
Hello. This is Gabriel llhewellyn-ari, and welcome to Realms of Healing, where we explore all types of healing from practical to mystical topics. And I'm so humble and I'm so grateful to be offering this to you today. This show is something that I have held deep in my heart for quite some time, and it is really, truly my privilege to be presenting topics here today on this very, very, very first and special edition of Realms of Healing. Again, my name is Gabriel llhewellyn-ari, and I am an Akashic Intuitive. And what that means, or what I have that mean for me, is that I am able to access something called the Akashic Records. And what I do is I am a professional intuitive, and I read these records for people, and I act kind of like a psychic or an intuitive, and a bridge for people to get messages from their own soul. So I feel very blessed to be able to do that, and it's definitely something that is a big part of my life's purpose, absolutely. So I lastly, once again, I want to welcome you to Realms of Healing, to the very first edition of it. And I have lots of different ideas and lots of different topics and lots of different things to talk about. And today we're actually going to be talking about creative dreams and what that is, and how almost all of us have these things called creative dreams, that yearnings of our heart that we're longing to be expressed and longing to be owned. And so I'm going to be talking all about that. We're going to be doing a meditation at the end for you to discover what your creative dreams are, or some new creative dreams that you may not have been aware of. We're also going to have a message, a special message of the day, and a song right after I'm done talking to you these next few minutes here. So, who am I? Well, gosh, like I've told you 3 times already, my name is Gabriel llhewellyn-ari, and I am a leader in the awakening of love, in whatever form that takes, in whatever cosmic avenue that is for me. That is what I'm here for. Whether it's a personal interaction, meeting someone, being the space of love, or like right now, recording a radio show, so that I can be of service, and I can be of divine usage, so that the planet can have more love. And so that's my personal mission. Who I am professionally, I am, like I told you, I am a professional intuitive, and I do intuitive readings at Cafe Gratitude in Berkeley, California. And I have created a system and a way to receive financial support for what I do. And it is something that I look forward to every single day I go. I feel so honored and so blessed to be able to sit with people day in and day out and help them, remind them of who they are, who they know themselves to be. and I get to receive healing from that, and I get to receive inspiration, and I get to be the healer that I am in a public way, where people can just come up to me, they can sit down, they can get a reading, we can talk about their life, and I feel like Spirit is using me. And so that's what I do. I am a professional intuitive. I've been doing that for about a year and a half, but pretty much my entire childhood I was intuitive. I could hear things. I have the psychic ability to hear, and like all of us do, but I have it very much developed, so that even when I was young, I would hear voices in my head. I thought it was my imagination. I thought I was crazy, but really, actually, I was hearing something. I was hearing Spirit in one form or another, and I discovered at around 13 or 14 that I was a little bit different from my friends. That I could sense things before they happened. I could get a download and know where to go and know where to be and know who to talk to and know what to say. And of course, not every time. I wouldn't learn any lessons if that was the case. But that was definitely a very normal part of me growing up. And I was raised with Native American spirituality, with shamanism, and with animal totems and spirit guides, and that was all normal. The paranormal was normal in my childhood, which I feel really blessed. And I through the course of friends and family saying that I should do readings for a living, because that's what I was doing before I was doing this professionally. I was giving intuitive readings to family and friends, and I then was guided to move out to California from Minnesota, and I sort of fell into being a professional intuitive. I had lost my job, and I didn't know what I was going to do for a living. I knew that Spirit wasn't going to have it if I just got a job, because the reason that I got fired from my job, which was actually at Cafe Gratitude, was that the universe was calling me to be something more. It was calling me to be more than I am, and I was afraid of that, and I was resisting that. However, I also recognized that when I did get fired, I realized that was the universe urging me to be all that I can be, and be more than who I was choosing to be at the time. So it was definitely a tumultuous experience, and it wasn't easy, and I learned to listen to the realms of Spirit and follow the guidance that I was getting. And then for this whole time while I was being a professional intuitive, I kept getting a hit and a message to start something new and start something big, and I didn't know what that was. And you may actually have listened to the 11-11-11 broadcast that I did, which is under the Realms of Healing name, and will be in the archives very soon, where I tell the story of how Realms Radio got started. And so I won't say that here, but I had this idea for years, and I decided to do something with that, and I chose to be committed to that. And so that's why you're listening to this show right now here on Realms Radio, is because I was very committed to my dreams. And which brings me to our next topic, I guess, which is creative dreams. And we're going to talk today about how creative dreams are important, and what they are, and how they show up in your life, and what they look like. So stay tuned. It's going to be a good show. And right now we're actually going to go to a song by my dear friends Avesa and Maddie Love, and this song holds a very special place in my heart. It's called "Let the Sun Shine Through," and I'm sure you'll see why it holds a special place in my heart. And I will be back right after this song. Enjoy.
Como, como, shine your light. Come on out and shine your light. Come on out and shine your light. Come on out and shine your light. Come on. Don't be afraid when the sky is going gray. Don't lose faith. Those clouds will drift away. Let the sun shine on through. Let the sun shine on through. Let the sun shine on through. Let the sun shine on you. Come on out and shine. What are we scared of anyway? Is it our love and our beauty? Why we're so afraid? 'Cause the roots that grow in the deep dark earth become the rosebuds that give love to the birds. If the wave brings you up, if the wave brings you down, we're all in the ocean just swimming around. And any storm will come through fast. And in the end, oh, the love will last. Don't be afraid when the sky is going gray. Don't lose faith. Those clouds will drift away. Let the
invite you now to close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and ask yourself this question. Where could you shine more light on in your life? Where could love be more expressed? Where could your truth be more fully seen, fully actualized, fully and totally and completely owned? What part of your life? Take note of whatever messages you receive and come back. I, as you can see, love that song. That song is so inspiring to me. It reminds me of who I am when I forget. And it reminds me to shine. It reminds me to pick myself up, to dust myself off, and to be committed to what I'm here to do, which is be fully actualized in my actions and my thoughts and my words. So today we are talking about creative dreams. So what is a creative dream? You heard me talking all about this in the intro, and what is that? What is a creative dream? A creative dream is something, an idea that you wish to manifest or experience. It can be something as complex and integrative as writing a novel or writing a song, and it can also be as simple as taking yourself out on a date to go to the beach. Now, what does this mean? So it's basically the yearnings that are in your heart that you feel so called to act upon in some way. This is a part of the vision for your life. This is something that is so crucial for your happiness that you can't not take notice. So, creative dreams are everywhere in our lives. They show up in every single area of our lives. It's possible to have creative dreams, such as wanting to manifest a soulmate. Or it's possible to have a creative dream of wanting to have your own house. Go on long walks on the beach. Swimming with dolphins. Picking flowers and having them in your home. Planting a garden. Traveling to a specific destination. Making a certain amount of money. Achieving vibrant health. The dreams they're creative. So they create things in our lives. And the great thing about creative dreams is that everyone has them. Everyone has yearnings in their heart that they feel compelled to follow. And if you don't, you can message me on Facebook or wherever and tell me that you've never had a creative dream. But I know that you have. I know that everything that's ever been created is classified as a creative dream. Now, where did I get this lingo? You may be saying, I've never heard this been termed this way. Where did I get this lingo? There's an amazing book by Sark, S-A-R-K, called Make Your Creative Dreams Real. And it is a gorgeous book written for the inner child in each of us about how to both practically and creatively implement your creative dreams out into the world so they can be born. And what I did is I did a year-long study program with this book called Make Your Creative Dreams Real. Each week I met with a group, and we would discuss the chapter, and we would discuss what it meant for us, and work towards creating our dreams. So this was a really, really, really powerful process for me to uncover my own yearnings in my heart, and then learn practical tools to fulfill their achievement. So I highly recommend, if anything I've said so far has resonated with you, to check out this book. Again, it's Make Your Creative Dreams Real by Sark, S-A-R-K. And she also has a lot of other great books, and she's a beautiful person. I've met her once, and I've spoken with her on the phone once as well. And so she's a powerhouse, and she's someone who's committed to not being right and not being perfect, and at the same time being accountable, which is pretty rare in my realm of learning all the different things that I have. So Sark is wonderful. She's a great teacher, and she's a beautiful human being inside and out. So again, creative dreams are the yearnings that are in your heart, and it can be anything. It literally can be anything. It can be from rearranging your room, to making candles, to having bees in your backyard, to having a new pet bear. Whatever is in your heart that wants to be fully expressed and fully acted upon, that's a creative dream. So it can be anything. There's really no limits. And again, everyone has them. Everyone has creative dreams. Everyone has yearnings. Everyone has things that they wish to bring out in the world. And we're going to talk about how you can do that later on in the show. So, or not necessarily the only way you can do that, but a really powerful way that you can bring these dreams into reality, especially for 2012, which is what we're all here to do at some point, is to really take action on the yearnings in our heart, right? Yes. Before we get to that, however, I have a very, very, very special message for you. This is a part of a weekly oracle card that we are going to be drawing each week and reading the message that this card has for us. And I just want to say before we get into the message that this card was actually the inspiration for this show. In addition to Sark and the wonderful book, it was I was asking what am I supposed to talk about on my first show, and this card came up, and I immediately knew what I needed to talk about. And so this card is from the Oracle deck called The Enchanted Map Oracle Cards by Colette Baron-Reid. It is a wonderful and magical oracle card deck, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So we're going to get into the message. Then after the message, we're going to talk about creative dreams and everything that you can do to create them as real as possible in your life. So stay tuned for about 5 minutes or so, and we will be back soon. Enjoy. And now, message of the week. Field of Dreams. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential. This is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life, regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action, and tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. So I hope you enjoyed that wonderful little message from Colette Baron Reid's The Enchanted Map Oracle cards. So now, everyone, we're going to be talking about and going into further detail and depth, creative dreams. And one of the things that I found with myself and with a lot of other people who are my clients or just my friends, people that I know, is that so many of us we don't give ourselves permission. We don't give ourselves permission to have these creative dreams, these yearnings, these things that we really wish to create in the world. Some of us also have a severe case of not believing in ourselves and or believing that we deserve it, believing that we can do it, and believing that we can achieve what is wanting to be fully activated from our heart. And so I think, to be honest with you, I really believe that this is a very serious problem. I've seen in the world, for the majority of my life, I've seen in the world people who give up on themselves, who stop trying to have their lives be incredible and have these things that they want to do just be put on the wayside. And I am here just to say that I really am taking a stand for dreams and for the yearnings of our heart, because these things not only are crucial for the evolvement of the planet, but they're crucial for you. They're crucial for you to be happy. They're crucial for you to enjoy your life. They're crucial for you to be a shining example of what it can look like to be someone who really goes out and achieves your goals in life. So many of us look up to people who are movers and shakers and go out and do big things, and it's because that we have that inside us too. I have that inside me when I'm looking at someone and I'm admiring what they're doing with their life, it's because I have that within me, and I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I can do the same with my life. Absolutely. So a very important step in creating and making your creative dreams real is giving yourself permission to have these dreams, to work on these dreams, to feel that you're worthy and that you deserve it, and then really also to believe in yourself, to believe in your dreams. And I've always been a big fan of fairy tales. I've always just loved fairy tales, and hidden within those stories is exactly what I'm talking about. Believing in magic, believing in the incredible and miraculous things in life that we're here to experience. We signed up for. We have contracts to experience these things, okay? And so these dreams within your heart are really crucial, and they're really, really, really important. So, another thing about creative dreams that I wanted to touch on is that creative dreams are kind of like having children. And this was really helpful for me to learn, was that creative dreams and dreams in general, goals, whatever you'd like to call it, they start off gestating. It starts with an idea. It starts with an idea in the back of your mind, a very casual idea that maybe you didn't really fully think about actualizing, but just something that you think might be great to have out in the world. Then it starts to grow within your mind. It starts to grow within your mind, and pretty soon you realize that this dream has to become a reality, and that you're not really you don't really have much say as to whether or not it comes. It's just coming. So then the next step, obviously, is the dream gets born out into the world. It gets a public way, or it gets action taken, something. And at this point, the dream is so fragile. It's so fragile. It can't sustain itself. It needs you. It needs you to take care of it and nurture it so that it can grow. So then your dream, the next stage after that, is kind of like is your dream is like a 2-year-old, and so it's gonna want to just like go everywhere and do everything at once, but you kind of have to guide it. You kind of have to say, okay, that's a great idea. Let's not do that right now. I don't think you're ready for that. Maybe in 10 years you might be ready for that. Let's not do that now. Then as your dream, as you nurture and be a guide for your dream starts to have its own mind, and because you've been nurturing it, it goes in a particular way. It goes down a particular path. But it's really on its own course. But you're still there along to guide it, but you don't have to guide it as much. Then the next step after that is your dream becomes a juvenile, and your dream becomes rebellious, and it wants to do its own thing. It wants to break away. It wants to be its own company. for those dreams that involve being a company. However, your dream is not ready. It is not ready to do that at all. So you still are having to guide it and restrict it, and your dream may seem like it doesn't really even like you. Now, of course, the next step and the last step after that is your dream becomes an adult. So at some point, you're going to have to let your dream go. It's going to be too big for you. It's going to have its own mind. It's going to have its own personality. It's going to be its own entity. And that's when you get to practice surrender and letting it go, letting it breathe, letting it live out in the world so that it can do whatever it needs to do, and it's going to grow in its own way, but it doesn't even really need you anymore. And oftentimes when our dreams can get to that stage, it's very sad. It is like losing a child. It's like your child is leaving, and now you're an empty nester, and this thing is really big and it's doing its thing, but it doesn't really need you anymore. And of course, yes, that can be definitely sad. So this has been really helpful for me personally to remember which stage my dream is in, because this aspect of looking at your dreams can happen very quickly with some dreams, or it can take a very long time with other dreams. And so whatever dream that you have, whether it's something very simple like riding on horseback on the beach, or it's developing a company that takes years and years and years to get to the adult stage, I invite you to assess where your dream is at, and that can give you a lot of insight as to how to go about certain action steps and things to do for your dreams, so you're not too far ahead, so that you can be at the right pacing with it. So yes, so now we're going to take just a little break, and we have yet another message from the Field of Dreams Oracle card that we drew earlier. Another message about that. So we're going to go to that, and we're going to come back in just a couple of minutes and talk about more creative dreams. Are your dreams your own? Or are they really someone else's? Have you chased money, possessions, or prestige? Have you placed security above fulfillment? Has approval seeking played a major role in your motivation to succeed? This is the time for you to assess the validity of your dreams, your talents, and your willingness to be a channel for inspiration and creativity. Don't be afraid to enter the field of dreams, for you can always clear the ground for new and better things to grow. Nature has a way of self-correcting if you're willing to act with authenticity. The power to create is indeed inside you. All right, hello and welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that message. So now I have a few more things that I want to talk about around creative dreams. I did, like I mentioned in the beginning of this show, I did a year-long, it was probably actually more than a year, maybe 15 months or so. I did a 15-month study program with this book called Make Your Creative Dreams Real, and it's by Sark, S-A-R-K. And again, Sark is a beautiful and incredible person who lives here in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I've met her once, and I've spoken to her on the phone once, and she's just such a delight to know, and to such an inspiration. I highly recommend that you check out her book, Make Your Creative Dreams Real. In it is outlined for a year-long program for you to really implement into your life different tools and different things that you can utilize to really make your creative dreams real, whatever they may be. And she's so nurturing, and she's so all about the inner child, and I can't say enough about her. So check out the book, Make Your Creative Dreams Real. It's really incredible. Do it with a friend. I highly recommend that. That's what I did, and it was life-changing. Life-changing. So yes, and one of the most powerful things I learned while doing that program was something that Sark talks about in her book, and something that she highly recommends for people who have a lot of creative dreams and want to do a lot of different things. Because I did. I had in my creative dream journal, I want to write a book. I want to go skydiving. I want to paint, and I want to create a radio station. All this stuff, and all these different things that I wanted to do. And one thing that she recommends is something called micro movements. Now, some of you may have heard about this before, and some of you may not. And I want to attest to the amazing power that these can really have in your life. And what a micro movement is, a micro movement is a simple, very simple, 5-minute action that is a step towards the realization and creation or evolvement of one of your dreams. So, for example, if my dream is to make dream weavers, the Native American spiderweb craft, I guess you could say, that you hang above your window to halt negative dreams and negative entities. If that was one of my dreams to make those, then for me personally, I don't know how to make a dream weaver. So that would be like my first step would be to learn how to make them. Or dream catcher. I've been saying dream weaver. I apologize. Dream weaver is a whole different thing. Yes, dream catcher. Dream catcher. And so my first step, if I wanted to do that, would be to learn how to make a dream catcher. So a 5-minute action could be to go on the internet, spend 5 minutes looking up how to make a dream catcher. And that's it. And then I give myself a date to complete that by. So let's say, I'll give myself by next Wednesday at 11 a.m. And so I would have plenty of time in between there to do this micro movement. Now, the wonderful thing about micro movements is you can have a lot of different micro movements because they don't take very long. So you can be working on a lot of different dreams and having a lot of different micro movements. And it may be really helpful for you to create some kind of board or organize them somehow so that you can see which movement you're on for which dream. That's something that's really helpful is to make a board and to organize it. Or you can do it in your daily planner. You can color coordinate it. You can use different pens with different colored inks. You can really get really creative and make it really fun. And you can also, of course, if you like, you can do some kind of reward. You can say, hey, when I complete this micro movement, I'm going to take a bath. Or you don't really have to do that, but some people that works for, some people it doesn't. But that's, of course, definitely something you can do. So So yes, micro movements can be a really, really powerful tool to help you to achieve and actualize your goals. And really using the full power that they have to use your time when you maybe you weren't planning on waiting, or you weren't planning on having some extra time. That's another thing I want to touch on actually is I think it's really important to always be ready to work on something, to have something with you to work on. So like if you're taking the bus, or if you're on a long car ride or something, always have something that you can work on. If you're an author writing a book, have your notebook with you so that you can write while you're waiting in line in the bank. If it happens to be like you wait 20 minutes or something, it's like always be prepared to wait, because that you really utilize that time to help your creative dreams become real. Another thing that I want to touch on is that for me personally, it's been really beneficial for me to focus on one thing at a time. And I know I said just a few minutes ago about micro movements, you can have a lot of different creative dreams. That's really true, absolutely. And also, I think it's really important and beneficial to pick one of those dreams and make it your top focus and your top priority, and really devote most of your time to creating that dream. And the other dreams can kind of be, side quests. I played a lot of video games growing up, and for those of you that have played video games, you're well aware that there's the main quest, at least of the role-playing games. There's the main quest, the quest that you got to do, and then there's the side quests that are important, but they're not the creme de la creme. They're not what you're there for. But if you do them, hey, you'll get some extra credit. You'll get some extra things that will help you out. So that's kind of how I like to think about my creative dreams. Is I choose one and I focus on that, and I focus on it and I focus on it and I focus on it until it is born, and then I focus on nurturing it, just like I was talking about in the last segment before this one. I nurture it and I nurture it until it can get to a place where it can sustain itself sometimes. It's kind of like, if I had a kid who is 15, I would be comfortable leaving my kid at home for a little bit, and then coming back. And it's kind of like that. I can now that Realms Radio is up and it's running, it definitely needs a lot of nurture still, and we're still growing and lots is happening. And there are times when I can step away from it now. Whereas when it first started, that was all I had to do, all I could focus on. Everything that I needed or everything that it needed, I had to provide it because I was the parent. So but now, people are back on board, and things are happening, and so my time is being more freed up to think about what's my next dream. Now that this dream is semi-sustainable, and I can leave it for just little brief moments. So I know that very soon Realms Radio will be a dream that is its own thing, and it's off, and it's set in sail, and I can just kind of let it be, and not be too managing of it. So yeah. So you know what? I just am such a great talker. Now I'm really excited. We're going to be getting into our meditation, and this meditation is going to be a really great way for you to tap into your inner wisdom and your inner knowing, the inner spark that is within you that wants to create and it is creating to some extent. We're going to be doing a meditation here shortly where you can call up from within you your creative dreams and see what they are. Or if it's a dream that you already are working on, just to see your next step in that dream. And yeah, I got a little bit of a download about how to go about doing that. And so this meditation that we're going to do is from the universe and coming to me and giving to you. So I encourage you to grab a piece of paper and a pen. You won't be needing it during the meditation, but you may want to write down a few things after the meditation, just because you may be getting some insights that you want to remember, or there might be a lot of different dreams that you get. So yeah, go ahead and grab a piece of paper and a pen, and just get into a relaxed state and enjoy the meditation. The source of all life rests within you. All problems are but a simple test of character. For the dreams that dwell in your heart are the gateway of happiness to all. Take a deep breath. In slowly and out slowly. Concentrate on your stomach, moving in and out with each breath. This is where the life that you are dwells. Picture now balls of light emanating from your stomach area. Traveling up and up through your body and disappearing into your brain. These golden balls of light shimmer and glitter as they dance and bob slowly from side to side as they travel. Soon you can see a golden river of light moving and turning up and up towards your head. Your brain welcomes and receives this river of light. As the river now ebbs back down to a single stream of particles, your brain begins to swirl and pulse with blue energy. Electric charges scatter across your brain with new energy and new life. Ask yourself now, what are some creative dreams of mine? What longings are waiting to be birthed in my heart? What sacred deeds have gone yet unmet? Take notice of any impressions you receive, visually, audibly, and sensory. Once you have a grasp of a dream in your heart, go within yet again, asking your heart this question. What is my next step in birthing the new vision of this dream? After you receive this guidance, you now allow white healing light all around you. This light purifies every physical, emotional, and spiritual essence of your entire being. Love washes over you, replacing everything with the pure essence of Creator. You thank Creator for reminding you this day with the holy spark of your truth. Creation is yours in and through you, so long as you let this channel flow. There is never separation, only oneness. in the infinity of life, you are perfect. So thanks for tuning into my show, everyone. And for more information about me, please visit www.realmsofhealing.com. That's REALMZ of healing.com. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Realms Radio, where spirit rocks.